Okay, so now that we've got our data in, we're going to make a line graph. We're going to have a key, we're going to have labels for everything, a title. This will be kind of like a proper graph. Because we're going to have more elements, we have to be a little bit more methodical about naming everything. Okay. So let's see here. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just set this. So this is skiing, which I'm going to rename ski. Remap it from 0 to 100%. We'll make another one. Call this one surf. This will be surfing. Number range 200. All right. Okay, and then we probably want to have our maximum for ski. Drive this, and then we'll rename this one. This one. Driver. All right. An ellipse. So we're actually going to make a distribution, a linear distribution, but we're not actually going to see it. We're going to use it to drive, to create a line. So I'll show you what I mean. So right click on that, set it to linear. There's 260 entries. Make it wide. We're just going to be really methodical. So ski, name, ski. All right. Okay, so then we're gonna grab ski, drop it into here, shape, position, Y. There we go. Looks familiar. You know, it can be handy to go back and forth and just make sure it seems right. It does. All right, so let's turn this into a line. And to do that, we control click points to curve. That's what we want. Okay, now that we have this points to curve node, there's lots of things we can play with, but what we want is submesh. And then what that's going to do is it's going to take our positions from our ski duplicator and use that to build the curve. All right, and we can give it a color. Actually, it's ski, so it should be a cooler color. All right. Rename this. I'm going to do the same thing for surf. Control period. Points to curve. We have a ski duplicator, but we need a surf one. Surf selected, Alt click. Linear. And we're gonna wire them up. So maybe for now, let's do this. Let's grab all the surf stuff and group it together. All right. And then all the ski stuff. Group it together. All right, so let's see, surf, ski, rename this, ski driver. We'll plug count to count. We'll plug size to size, and then we'll plug surf into shape position Y. There we go. And then point to curve, we will change it to submesh, drop in our duplicator, turn off our duplicator, name this surf. All right, looking good. The next thing we need are labels. So let's grab those next. This labels. Weak, no remapping, so we just want the text. We need a placeholder. Poppins. Make it teeny tiny. Alright, then with the text, duplicate the text. Same idea. Linear. Have size. Drive the size, the count, drive the count. All right, we got many. Oh, and we also need the labels to drive the text. Okay, so what can we do about this? Let's rotate this 90 degrees. Sorry, negative 90 degrees. Can make it significantly smaller. We don't. We can move it away from it a little. All right. So what we need is to turn some of these off. So to do that, I'm going to add a behavior, modulate. And what modulate does, if we set it to pass-fail, it'll give us some division of it. So 5 will work, 13 is even better. Great. Now it's maybe a little too small. There's our dates. We'll make this left, we'll make this middle, line up a little better. All right, this is driving our amplitude. All right, so let's see, what else do we need? We need a title. Trends. We need a key, but we'll get to that in a second. This title. Rename this label. All right, so now we need some rules for this. I'm just gonna move these down a little. Move my labels down a bit. Okay, for the rules, we're going to have a line, and the line, I have a duplicator, and then it's going to be linear, vertical. For the size, we're going to grab the maximum of this key driver. And then that is going to correspond to the same range as our other lines, which is pretty neat. Okay, if we just plug the position into this duplicator here, what it's going to do, I'll just show you. It's going to align it to the middle of the row, which is not what we want. So what we actually need to do is do a little math. So we need a math node. All right, it's going to be divide by 2. We're going to grab our maximum from this, plug it into first, and then drag that into shape position Y. There we go. Now we're cooking. And then, so let's just test this thing out. We move it, hold on. We move, plug this into this thing's position, plug this into the other position. And now we're cooking. All right. Nice. All right, we also need to plug in the width, size into the size of our line, our length of our line. Awesome. All right, we're getting there. Next, we're gonna need, call all this stuff, rename lines. We need a key, but you could figure that out. One other thing that I need to show you is this. So let's see here. Let's make this a little bigger and maybe a little narrower. But see, now we can kind of design and dial this thing in, and it'll update. Made our own little graph tool here. Alrighty. Alright, so the next thing we need are the percentages. So let's grab a new text field. I'll just duplicate this one because it's already poppins. We'll call this numbers. All right, be much smaller. We are gonna do something very similar to the lines, which is we're gonna duplicate numbers in a line, vertical, do 3. The size will be based on this. Oh, I'm sorry. The size will be based on the maximum of this. Sometimes it lets you replace them, and other times it doesn't. So maximum into size, excellent. And we'll plug position into position. If I was to do this over again, I would have just grouped it. Whoops. We'll take the math output, put that into shape position Y. Excellent. All right. Probably vertical alignment middle, right. Moving the, once something gets plugged into a duplicator, it ignores the original numbers. So we'll disconnect the X so that we can move our numbers over. All right, we're gonna grab this duplicator, I'm gonna put count into count. All right, now we're gonna do a new thing that we haven't done before. So instead of Google Trends, we're gonna do a string generator. We're gonna start out with a value 1, 0, padding, no padding, And then the number, we're going to add a behavior, stagger. See where I'm going with this? And enter a stagger, go from 0 to 100. And now we have this nifty little setup here where we can control the number of divisions, and it'll update all of it. All right, that's plenty for one.